Margaret mentioned 80 people a day die each year in the United States. That's 30,000 people a year.
Right.
On top of 30,000 people dying each year from not having access to this human right. Imagine that. 30,000 die from not having access to what people believe is a human right.
Yeah.
Hundreds of thousands go bankrupt.
And most of them have health insurance.
And 2/3 of those people have health insurance.
Yeah.
But health insurance is a charade. I mean, it's another mirage.
Right.
What do some of the healthcare people call it? It's an umbrella that melts in the rain.
When you need it, it's not there. Yeah.
Because, what makes this even more pitiful is that we know the solution. We have the solution. We've tried the solution for one of the most difficult populations in the country, the elderly and the chronically ill. Two of the most difficult populations in the country. And that's Medicare. Medicare has been in place now since 1965. It has 3% overhead compared to the insurance companies who have 17 to 18% overhead and cause a lot more overhead for everybody else with their bureaucracy. But 3% overhead, and it serves a difficult population, and the proof is that it's worked. It's made the elderly population healthier. It's made them more equal, because human rights means equality.
Right.
It's treated healthcare as a human right for the chronically ill and the elderly. Now, Medicare has its problems. My father's going through a very serious health problem right now, and I'm seeing it up close and personal. And so there's definitely some improvements. So we advocate for improved and expanded Medicare for all.
Right.
We want everybody to have access to an improved Medicare system. And if we did that, it would be such a burden lifted from so many people and from so many families. And it would have a major impact on the family economy, the ability, not paying premiums anymore, not having co-pays, not having deductibles, all that.
Not having to worry.
I mean, you have to pay taxes. You pay
care.
taxes, but it's going to be less than you're paying the insurance companies
Right.
and what you pay for health care. And so it's a tremendous financial saver for every family in the country. And it's a financial saver for businesses, because rather than having unpredictable premiums and having to hire a human resources department to figure out which insurance should we get and going through all that bureaucracy of the insurance companies, they can just know I'm going to pay X% taxes, and I know when I hire someone, I'm going to pay an X% tax on that person. So it's all planable. You can plan.
Right.
Much better for business, much better for the government. Although I know some politicians make a lot of money, from the insurance industry and the pharmaceutical industry and from Wall Street. May not be better from the perspective of donations, but it's definitely much better for how the government operates.
Right.
So.
The Medicare system, which has been so successful that actually other countries have used it as a model for their universal healthcare system. So Canada used it for theirs. Taiwan sent a delegation around the world to study all the different countries' health systems and came back and modeled theirs on our Medicare. Gandhi said you can't compromise on fundamentals because it's all give and no take. So we draw a line. When you look at this from a standpoint of, a health policy standpoint of what works, the smallest step that we can take right now is to go to a single-payer Medicare for all healthcare system. There's a whole lot more that we have to do after that, but a single-payer system...
And those are negotiable.
Right.
Those
other things are negotiable.
We can debate about, but the basic...
Right. But the basic is that we have to get the profiteering out of it. We have to create a universal system that's paid for up front through public dollars, and then we can start to look at, in that system, how do we make it better? And that's what every other country that has this kind of system does, is every year they improve it. And the people speak out and they say, hey, we want this, we're not getting this covered, and we want that, or this, we don't have enough doctors here, or we don't have whatever. And you work to improve that system. No system is perfect, but at least when you have a universal publicly funded system, you have something to work with. And then it impacts other areas of public policy, because in Europe, where they have all these universal systems, they don't sell GMO foods, because they know of the health impacts of that. They don't put gas refineries in residential neighborhoods, because they know they're going to pay for the health impacts. So a universal system has a lot of positive benefits.
And one of the things I just want to mention about the rhetoric, and one of the things that both parties, especially the Republicans, push is this idea that people want to have choice.
Right.
Yeah, we want choice, but not choice between two health plans. We want choice between which healthcare practitioner we
Right.
go to,
Right.
which doctor we go to,
Which
which
medicine
hospital
we
we go to, which
Yeah.
medicine we want, which treatment we want. That's where we want the choice. And what's great about a Medicare for All system, it increases those choices, the real choices.
Right.
Who cares, which middleman you have that you don't even need? It's going to rip you off. We get rid of that middleman, and we focus on the real choice. How do I get the best health care in my community?
Because every health professional is in the system, so now you get to choose. As a
There's no
patient.
network. Everybody's in,
Right.
including the health professionals.
Right.